What is up YouTube, RiskzzHD here, back again today with another Modern Warfare video, which should be a really good one because I managed to record some absolutely insane Deagle clips for you all, and I also got accused of being a hacker multiple times while using just the Desert Eagle, which I find very entertaining because it basically just means I'm outplaying people with only a pistol. For context though, I should also mention that almost all of the time when I'm using the Deagle, I am going for headshots because up close it's a one-hit kill to the head, and there's really nothing more satisfying than landing 4 headshots in a row for the quad headshot feed. And I guess sometimes the way I lock onto targets can look a bit fishy, especially if I don't miss, but it definitely doesn't warrant being called a hacker. I just find it really funny. But yeah, in this video I just wanted to talk about the state of hacking in Modern Warfare because it's getting quite bad now, and why I hope Infinity Ward do add an anti-cheat, and also why I hope I don't get falsely banned because I've been reported so much recently. Quickly though, I'd just like to say that if you do enjoy the clips or the video at any point, then please do consider dropping a like and subscribing to the channel, as it really means a lot, it really helps me out, and we're on the road to 500 subscribers, and it'd be absolutely awesome if we could hit that before I go back to university. Anyway though, I'll just start off by talking about my account and looking at some of my stats. I feel like I should tell you that I used codtracker.gg to find out these statistics. If you'd like to look at your own stats, then I definitely recommend either this website or codstats.net. Both are pretty cool and easy to use, so I'll link them in the description down below so you can look for yourself and compare yourself to like the rest of the community. But yeah, with the Desert Eagle I have just over 5,000 kills, of which 2,500 are headshot kills. That means I have a headshot kill rate of almost 50%, which is ridiculously high compared to my other guns. Obviously though, when I'm using the Deagle, I am actively going for headshots because headshots are the most effective way to get a kill with the Deagle because they're the one-hit kill. Whereas when I'm using most other guns, it often doesn't actually make much difference if you're landing headshots or not. So I'm not actively trying to land headshots in gunfights with other guns, which does explain the difference between the two and why the headshot kill rate is so much higher with the Deagle. But yeah, I'm bringing this up because when almost half of the kills I'm getting are headshots, it can lead some lower skill players just to assume that I'm hacking. I say lower skill because if a higher skill player watches my kill cams, they'd realise that I'm not hacking and that I'm just hitting headshots. But yeah, often though for a low skill player it can actually be quite hard for them to determine what's the difference between just good aim or, you know, an aimbot. Now I'll quickly talk about the rise of cheaters in Modern Warfare and Warzone. There was a brief period where after you made a new account you needed to link your phone number to your account on PC. And during that period there were a lot less hackers in the game. However, hackers started finding cheap workarounds for this, like it only cost like a quid or two to actually buy a sim or whatever. So the numbers have gone back up quite a lot, primarily in Warzone because it's free to play. However, I have played 1 or 2 blatant hackers in multiplayer, which is rather strange because you very rarely actually exhibit that in Call of Duty, especially on console. What I mean by blatant is just someone who's clearly using an aimbot, just snapping onto players' heads, just getting a ton of kills. However, there are other hackers who do actually try to hide their hacks as best they can by not using aimbot and instead just using wall hacks, which still obviously give you a massive advantage in gunfights. It's like having an advanced UAV up all the time, you know how good that is when you get one. The problem in this case is that if they're hiding it, it's actually really hard to tell whether they just had good game sense or whether they were hacking. This level of cheaters is actually a really big problem, and it's a problem that Infinity Ward definitely needs to get on top of. At the moment, the only real system we know they use to combat hackers is just reviewing players that have been reported, which is all well and good. It's definitely a step in the right direction, but there are blatant cheaters with like inhuman KD ratios of like 30 at the top of the Warzone leaderboards. And it's just strange why they haven't been banned yet. In my opinion, the game just needs a really robust anti-cheat system, and I can't believe it doesn't have one already. The thing that shocks me the most though is that they didn't anticipate this happening before releasing a free-to-play game on PC that they knew would be as popular as this. If they're not going to do that though, I'd really appreciate it as an Xbox player because almost all of the hackers are on PC. If we could just disable crossplay for Warzone, I think that would be a step in the right direction as well. Personally though, I'm not that great at Warzone, so I haven't really encountered any hackers at all really. I may have encountered like one and just not realised it. I don't really play it that much, but I do enjoy it when I do. But I can imagine it's really frustrating for the high skill players at the top of the top, as if skill-based matchmaking wasn't enough. Now they have to deal with people who are actually hacking. But yeah, that brings me quite nicely full circle to the lobbies that I get into where people report me for hacking when I'm just messing around with the Deagle, going for headshot clips, doing quite well. I think when there are so many hackers and the problem is so widespread, when some people are losing to someone who's just better than them, or someone like me who's using a weird gun and they can't quite understand why I'm doing better than them with it, they usually just chalk it up to the other player hacking the game, when most of the time that is not the case at all. Oftentimes the other player is just better, or they get a really lucky kill. An example of a lucky kill that would cause someone to believe they're hacking, you might have seen it already, is a clip where I just spray my Deagle against the wall because I was looking at how much recoil it has, and I just randomly clapped a guy through the wall by accident, and it looks really, really fishy. But obviously I'm not hacking, I just got really lucky. But yeah, sorry for rambling for such a long time about hackers. I hope you all did enjoy the Deagle clips in the background though. If you like the class setup, then in the description you should see a link to a video that I made on the Deagle class itself, where I go in a bit more detail about it. If you enjoyed the video though, then please do consider dropping a like and subscribing to the channel, as I mentioned before. It really means a lot, and each and every one of you is really appreciated. If you didn't like the video though, then please comment down below how I can improve my videos, as I'm always trying to make them better. As always though, this has been RiskzzHD, and I hope all you legends have a fantastic week.